I'm calling the meeting to order at 8:35 a.m. and we'll note that proper notice has been given as required by the Ohio Revised Code. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation of God, indivisible. Okay, the first item on our agenda is to approve our board meeting minutes from the November 3rd and 4th meeting.
I'll move approval of those board meeting minutes for that continuing meeting there.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Next, we have some more ballot remakes to approve. Director Poland.
Yes, Administrator Krista Criddle will present the ballot remakes to the board.
Morning.
Morning.
So the first category that we have are UOCAVA ballots that came in. They're absentee ballots that arrived on time. Those are A138 through A144.
I'll move approval of those UOCAVA ballots as remade.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
The next ballot that we have, it was an election day ballot. It was in an unscanned envelope because it was damaged. So that is P1.
I'll move approval of ballot P1 as remade.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
That's all we have.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Easy.
Next item is our provisional report, Director Poland.
Yes, there were 2,156 provisional ballots issued in the November 4th election. Bipartisan staff here at the board have reviewed those provisional envelopes in accordance with Secretary of State directive and board policy, and our recommendations are contained in the provisional summary report contained in your folder. Is it the board's pleasure to address those that staff is recommending rejection first?
I think that's how we've typically done it, so
Yeah.
I'll begin with some motions if you'd like, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
All right, on the rejected side, there appears to be 113 provisional ballot envelopes where the voter was not registered, so I'll vote that we reject that category.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
The next category is provisional ballot envelopes where no date of birth is provided, which is required. 33 ballots fit that category. I'll move rejection of those 33.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That motion carries.
Next category is ballots cast in the wrong location. So I will vote that we reject those 15 ballots.
Second.
Any discussion?
You have a question, like wrong location. This is not like, is it a multiple location or?
This is where the voter appeared at the wrong polling place.
Oh, okay.
So no, it's not. It is not going to the wrong precinct at the right polling place. This is not that situation.
Okay.
So this is the voter went to the completely wrong polling place.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Next category is the provisional ballot envelopes where no address is provided. There are 15 of those according to this report, and I'll move that we reject those.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That motion carries.
Next category is provisional ballot envelopes where no ID was provided. I'll move that we reject those ballots consistent with state law.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I have some questions about, that's a large number, 171 of no ID. And we have a new envelope. Is there any confusion, you think, with where the box is located, where you have to check the box for the ID, or they didn't show any ID at all?
It's the prescribed form from the Secretary of State that we use. We did a few years ago increase the size of the envelope in an attempt so that voters would fill out the required fields. That did help raise the acceptance rate a little bit. I know this 171 seems like a large number, but I did go back and compare it. It's 8% of the total number of provisionals cast in this election, and it was exactly 8% in May, in last, just this past May. So not getting any better, but not getting any worse.
So there are none in the early voting location, were there?
There may have been. They're combined all together. We could get that answer for you after the meeting.
Is there are any of those envelopes in here?
No, they're in the vote counting room.
Okay. I'll look at them later.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Next category is there are four provisional ballot envelopes where there's not a valid voter's signature on the envelope as required. So I'll move that we reject those.
Second.
Any discussion? I just wanted to ask staff, real quick, Director Poland, if you could explain to the viewing public the steps that you and the deputy director go through before invalidating a provisional ballot based on a signature mismatch?
Yes, in regards to the category of these provisional ballots that's before the board in the current motion, there was no signature on the envelope. So the voter just completely did not sign the affirmation, and that, a signature is required under Ohio law. The next category, non-matching signature, those were two envelopes where the signature did not match, on the envelope did not match the signature we have on file. So the deputy director and I reviewed those. So staff does the initial review. If they believe the signature doesn't match, it then goes to the two of us. We together sat and reviewed every record in which the board has a signature from these two voters, and we could not get a match on reviewing all records that we have with these voters' signatures.
I have one question about that on a non-matching signature. So do we follow up? Do we send any document out for them to get their new signature updated? Because maybe somebody had a stroke or something and their signature changed?
I have to defer to Administrator Eckert on that. Yes, so we send them a form, then they can update their, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that out there, that the staff goes to great lengths to make sure that the signatures match, and they examine all the evidence we have, which is voluminous. So we are on the no valid signature category, which had 4. Is there any other discussion on that motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Next category is the category that was sort of discussed in the last motion, but it's the non-matching signature category. It looks like only 2 provisional ballot envelopes have gone through the previously described vigorous process. So I'll move that we reject those 2 ballots based on the staff recommendation on the provisional
Second.
summary report.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Next category is a voter who casts another ballot. This would have been people that maybe forgot and came and voted, tried to vote a second. I don't mean to ascribe a motive to them, but these are those people who've already voted and are given a provisional ballot. Very good. There's 4 who fit that category. I'll move that we reject those 4 ballots that would, if accepted, would allow that voter to vote twice, which is, of course, not what we want.
Second.
Any discussion? And that number strikes me as low.
Yeah.
And I assume, as usual, our staff will reach out to those voters and figure out what happened and report back to the board.
Yes, the deputy director and I will do that.
Any other discussion on that motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Next category is, and I always find, for what it's worth, this one's interesting because there are holes, right, in the envelope.
That's correct. Yes.
So the ballot envelope has little holes in it, and I guess staff can tell that somebody filled out a provisional ballot envelope, but there's not a ballot inside. I'm always concerned that that person fed the ballot into the machine and got a vote cast they shouldn't have, or potentially shouldn't have, but maybe we would have accepted it. Anyway, the no ballot in envelope category only has one envelope that's fits that category, so I'll move that we reject it after my long speech.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That motion carries.
So, staying on the provisional summary report, looks like there are 1,797 ballots that, envelopes that the staff is recommending that we open and count. So I will happily make a motion that we accept those ballots.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
And there's one pending here, Sherry.
Yes, yes. So this provisional envelope, the voter's date of birth did not exactly match our records. The day and year matched, but the month was different than what we have on our records. Under Ohio law, the board can vote to count that provisional ballot as long as all the other information matched and the ballot's otherwise eligible to be counted. The deputy director and I reviewed that. All of the other information did match, and we recommend accepting this one pending. But the law does require you to vote on accepting that ballot.
You know, we've seen a lot of these through the years, and sometimes it's someone puts the current month just out of habit. Is there a reasonable explanation on this one, if you recall?
There's not on this one.
Every other aspect matches.
Yes, and we also review the records to ensure that our records are correct, that the month that we have on file is correct, and every other document this voter provided us, what we have in our system was correct. It just appears that on the envelope, this one particular time, the voter listed a different number for the month, but everything else matches.
Any idea how old the voter was, if you remember?
Raquel, do you recall?
It was an older voter.
We've yeah,
Raquel is pretty young.
changes every year, doesn't it? Yeah.
Do you have it? I think Administrator Eckert might have the envelope with him.
Again, I don't want to belabor it. I mean, if you have it, you don't have to go get it. Yeah, I just was curious to look at it. Okay.
That's hold on.
Right.
The actual birth month?
August.
Yeah, they put the same.
Duplicated
Yeah.
their birthday.
Yeah, just so it's clear. Yeah, they put the 3 twice instead of the 8 first. So, yeah, again, we've accepted those, largely accepted them. Everything else matches to the letter. So, I'll move that we accept that ballot.
Second.
And just to be clear, when we say everything else matches, that means that voter provided photo ID to the poll workers when they appeared to vote, and the signature matches. So there's not a realistic question that this is the person who says that they are who they say they are.
Correct.
Any other discussion on that? All those in favor of accepting that ballot? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Okay. With that, my back of the napkin math, and it's always dangerous when I start doing math, is we have accepted 83% of the provisional ballots cast, which is a little better than average since the law changed, I think.
I think this is the first time that the no ID provided is larger than the voter not registered number. So that's a concern, that no ID provided, if it's an education thing or the poll workers, some point reviewing the envelope before they hand the ballot to the voter. I don't know.
Next on our agenda, there's nothing else on our agenda. Is there anybody else who has business to come before the board? Anybody would like to make public comment? Okay, seeing none. Anything else from staff?
No, nothing more from staff.
Seeing no business to come before the board, we will stand adjourned.